for me. Run through the land, you run through my soul. Bring me wisdom and peace. Run through all ages and all of life's stages. You bring me around to find my release.
Hi, this is Jan Lewis. Welcome to be my guest. Today we had Charlie Smith back, another encore appearance. Charlie, welcome, and he is quite an author. He is inspirational, and he's working also on a children's book. Tell us about your inspirational, your recovery type of books and all.
Yes, yep.
Positive.
Any one of them, or?
Yeah, pick whatever one you'd like to talk about.
Okay.
This is a lot of good
right.
stuff in here.
Well, this is my first book that I
Let me hold it up.
ever wrote.
Yeah, this is the first one.
as a program,
Yeah.
and then I turned it into a book.
And
But
the
that
title-
one is
yeah.
about self-defense and learning how to use your head instead of using your fist. As an Army veteran, as a private investigator, as a security consultant, I had to use a lot of what I put into that book.
All right. Okay. That was your first one.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Operation Enlighten. I love that. Now, what's the next one?
And this one is Operation TIP. TIP stands for Trauma Informed Program Plus. And that one has a lot of experience behind it. I ran that for Veterans Inc.
Mm-hmm.
And I ran that for Jeremiah Zinn.
Are they still there, Jeremiah?
Oh, yeah, yep.
You pass on Cambridge Street, if you pass the Salvation Army thrift store, to keep going right to that, like, what's that center called? That's where Jeremiah's Inn is.
Good question. I
It's-
can't think. I'm terrible with names. I'll be like, yeah, I live on this road.
Oh, I can see it. It's an older house.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
kind of like on the. All right.
It's a yellow house, kind of by the fire station down there.
Trauma, PTSD recovery, coping skills, and mindfulness workshop. A lot of people are being diagnosed with PTSD who have had, not just from the military, but from things that have happened to them in their life.
Yeah, like I've had PTSD since I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did your parents see it? Did they understand?
Not really, no. Even growing up after I was orphaned at 11 years old,
Yeah.
my aunt and uncle that raised me and my grandparents knew something was off,
Yeah.
but didn't know exactly what.
Yeah.
You know, and then I became a homeless veteran in my 30s, late 30s, and the VA diagnosed me and told me that I had it I had it since I was 6 years old.
None of our veterans, in fact,
Yeah.
no one anyway, but none of our veterans should ever be homeless.
No,
That
yeah.
drives me crazy.
I know.
And-
Me too.
No. All right, what is the next one
Definitely.
there? This was
The next one is...
Positive Thinking Workbook.
Yep, I call it Operation Heavy Mind.
Operation Happy Mind. I
Yeah.
love the way. Did you come up with all?
I did. Yeah.
Look at this. You can feel. Here are a few examples of the quotes, and find 3 positive quotes that fit your life right now. A workbook. I love
Yeah.
it. Do many people really go for the workbook?
Oh yeah, yeah,
I love it.
yeah. That way they can work out all their problems. They can, start to think about what's going on in their lives. And write it down on paper. And once you write it down on paper, like write in a book.
Yeah.
Once you write it down on paper,
Yeah.
it's there for you to look back at, and it's there for you to examine.
40-year survivor of PTSD, and you just found out about it in your 30s.
Yep.
Was it relief or were you scared?
It was kind of a relief because I was like, now I know what's going on with me. I can work towards bettering my life.
Do you go to a support group? Is there one locally for the vets with PTSD or anyone?
Well, I'm actually going to be talking to Veterans Inc. on the 23rd.
The 23rd of this month, January,
Yep.
at Veterans Inc. down off of Grove Street.
Yep, and I'm going to be running a trauma-informed program there for their clients. Yeah.
I think that's
Again, I did it a couple of years ago. But
Did
I'm
you
doing
ever
it
stay
again.
there? I think some of them live there.
I did. Well, not there, but I stayed at the Fort Devens bungalows and townhouses that they have out there. It's beautiful out
Does
there.
Fort Devens still have the sort of like a Fed lockup,
Yeah.
or did they tear that down?
That I think it's still out there. It was out there when I was out there.
It's
Put it
not.
that way.
it's not like the kind of jail that Worcester would have. It's what you. I had an acquaintance that knew someone who went there, and it was odd that they sent him there rather than a regular jail. But when I thought about his offense, I thought, yeah, they're not going to put him in general population out in Worcester.
Right, right.
Now, what's the next one?
This is the last book that I wrote. It's Addiction Recovery and Coping Skills Workbook.
Another workbook.
Yeah, I put a lot of different coping skills in that.
Yeah.
Ever hear of the 8 dimensions of wellness?
No.
Like environmental wellness, financial wellness, emotional wellness. There's 8 of them. And what I did was I found a bunch of different coping skills, a lot that I used myself,
Yeah.
and I placed them with the 8 dimensions of wellness. And I also talk about post-traumatic stress in there because I think that a lot of people that they suffer from addiction,
Yep.
I think that they've had some form of post-traumatic stress.
I
And that's
agree.
why they used. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that use because they have, they started out using pain medication because they have pain.
Right.
But a lot of them have emotional pain too. And they, they don't really have or know of any coping skills.
Right. And then they start to drink or whatever to feel good, and then all of a sudden they're going downhill because isn't booze basically a not poisonous? What's the word? The chemical? What is it? Some people have the gene, I guess, or don't have the gene to digest it. They're still trying to figure this out.
Really?
I don't understand. There's something I read about missing the gene that knows how to digest it or process it, because some
Yeah.
people can drink and nothing happens. Others like, whoa, and then they become alcoholic. It's a strange thing.
yeah.
What's missing? And there's a lot of people who, what's missing, or is there something extra in there? I would think that they would have found out by now.
I would think so too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that, like me myself, I used to drink.
Yeah.
When I would be before the army, I drank like a fish.
Yeah.
And I don't like to admit it, but there's times that I drove, and now I don't drink and drive. Thank God.
I know a lot of people that they're getting pulled over now for
Oh yeah.
what do you call it? Texting.
Texting and driving. Yeah.
That's almost like being drunk.
Yeah.
And they say, well, I only do pot. Yeah, but you're still under the influence.
Oh,
Hello?
yeah.
Now, Charlie, before we forget.
Yes.
Well, first of all, Charlie, how can they get these books?
Those books are on Amazon.com.
Mm-hmm.
They're on BarnesandNoble.com. And on my website, which is now, I just did a different connection for the website. It's bit.ly, so bit.ly/lifelong experience, all one word, and that'll get you to the website.
So that's going to be and is the theme of your website recovery?
It's addiction, it's PTSD. It's more of a serene setting,
Yeah. I bet when the guys see you at Veterans Inc., you just probably lighten up the day for them to hear you talking so honestly about all this.
Yeah, I used to love doing it, and I miss it a lot. That's why I'm going back to it.
Oh, yeah, they can't lose you. You're a gem over there. And the new VA is, wait a minute, it's leaving Lincoln Street to go near UMass.
I heard about that, yep.
Yeah, I think my husband's a vet, and I think this is wonderful.
Yeah.
They're going to be closer to the hospital. Makes sense.
Yep.
Now, tell us about this. Millbury Public Library. You're going to join author Charles Smith for an anti-bullying presentation on February 20th.
Yep.
Tell us about this.
Well, this is a program that I go to school at Quincy, like I told you last time, I think.
Yeah.
And I had a class that focuses on developing programs.
Yeah.
So I developed this program as my class project.
Yeah.
And I told my teacher when I started, I'm like, I'm going to run this out in places, and I put in situational awareness to teach elementary school kids from age 6 to 10.
Yeah.
And within that, I put in a bunch of tips on how to defend yourself from a bully. And it's not just defending yourself, like my other book. I put in how you think your way through the situation.
Mm-hmm. Sort of like having to wear an armor
Yeah,
so that the darts can't get through. They bounce right back.
yeah, exactly. It's confidence.
Yeah. And you've learned it firsthand.
Yeah,
When you
yeah.
were a kid, Charlie, did people bully you at all?
I lived in some places where I was the minority.
Yeah.
I lived in Van Horn, Texas, and I was one of the only white kids in my town,
Yeah.
my school.
That's sort of like the reverse of the way other things go, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
yeah,
they picked on you, so you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. And I lived on an Indian reservation too, in Arizona, Navajo reservation.
But and the Indians made fun of you? No.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, it's just kids that,
Yeah.
kids are kids.
Yeah.
And like I tell people, my kid is half Spanish, half Hawaiian, and whatever I am.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm not prejudiced about,
Right, right.
what happened to me in my youth,
Sure.
because kids are kids, and what happens is in the past.
How old is your son? Is it son?
7.
He's
Yeah,
7 now.
He's 7 now.
What-
Yeah.
Any interest in like what you're doing yet, or he's too young?
I'm actually writing a book that I'm going to call Operation Safety and Motion
Yeah.
that goes with that,
Yeah.
and he definitely wants a copy of that. Yeah.
Good, because you know what? You're catching him very, very early.
Yes.
7. My son is only 27. His little son just turned 7. Will turn 7 in March.
Mm.
So it's an interesting age. Their kids are like sponges.
Oh, yeah.
People think, oh, well, they don't hear me or they don't know what we're doing. You want to make a bet? They do.
Yeah.
So February 20th, you're going to be at the Millbury Public Library, which is at 128 Elm Street in Millbury.
Yeah.
Phone number 508-865-1181. Join Charles for an anti-bullying presentation. Now,
Yep.
do the kids come with their parents, right?
Yes, they can go with their parents. I actually encourage adults to come too,
Yeah.
because I think that the kids see more adults
Yeah.
knowing about bullying and
Exactly.
whatnot, then they're gonna be like, okay, we're not the only ones.
When you go
we
to-
have people that we can go talk to.
When you go to the VA,
Yeah.
it's good for adults as well. Do you talk about anti-bullying, how an adult can handle it?
I actually ran a anti-bullying program at one of the VA facilities.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Do they come up to you after your presentation and say, like, basically, they're so grateful they heard you?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Do you know any of the
People
guys there?
love my programs.
You probably know them from way back, and you've seen them grow. Get me a little bit
So-
healthier.
There's a few people that I've met in the past that I had in like addiction recovery places and veterans facilities.
Right.
Yeah.
Charlie, if somebody would like to have
Yeah.
you come and speak, then this is great. How can they reach you?
They can reach me through my website, bit.ly//lifelong experience, or my email address is charliedorenzo, DIRENZO 1 @gmail.com.
Right, and you're
Yeah,
open
that's
to.
it.
Do you have what drives me nuts when I'm trying to track somebody down?
Yeah.
I got their website, but they forgot contact.
Mm.
I don't, if I hit one of theirs and it comes up as their site, sometimes it doesn't go through. It comes back at me like, what's that mailer demon thing that whatever
Oh,
it is?
yeah, yeah,
I hate
yeah,
that thing.
yeah.
That thing comes up, I want to strangle it.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm thinking, why on earth don't you have a contact with your email so those of us can just take your email and write? Can they contact you on yours?
They do. Yeah, I developed it so the last page is the contact information. You can write down what you want to talk to me about, and just press send, and that goes straight to my email. Or you can just email me.
Mm.
Yeah,
You are doing a really great service. You really are.
Thank
Do
you.
you realize how important this is?
I do.
It really is. Now,
That's why I'm doing it.
he let it slip to me that he's got something else coming out. Is it a children's book?
Yeah, that's the Operation Safety in Motion book that's going to be going along with that.
Yeah.
My brother, who is a phenomenal artist, he's doing all the illustrations for the book. And we're going to have a robot instead of a child in
Oh,
the
cool.
book.
Is that? Yeah. So like a robotic Yoda?
Well, kind of.
Yeah.
He's more like squarish, and wish I
I can picture him.
I wish I had a picture of him.
I can
But,
picture it. Big square
I
head.
kind of want him to be a surprise too.
Yeah.
But I don't want the robot to be looked at as a male or female,
Yeah.
as anyone with a mental health status, or I want him to just be a robot because bullying can happen to anybody. It's not just a male, a female,
Mhm.
a person with any mental health status,
Right.
black, white, purple, however, it can happen to anybody.
Well,
At
can
any
you
time.
tell us the name of the book yet?
Operation Safety.
Oh, Operation Sa- Okay, now
Yes.
when will it be out, do you think? You're self-publishing, which is great, right?
Yeah, I'm probably looking at like a month.
Oh, gee, well,
Before
let me know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A month. Okay, sometimes I'll get, I don't know, I've been working on it for like 6 years. I'm like, what?
No, you know me, I put stuff out.
Yeah,
know?
you get out there.
Yeah.
You've been, all right, so all the places you've been, where are you
Yeah.
scheduled next to appear so people will know?
Next, I'm going to be at the. That's a good question.
He's going to check the schedule. Just think it
I don't
up.
have my phone on me, but I think it's a Southbridge Library
Okay,
next month.
yeah,
I don't even want to say the date because I'm not sure.
yeah, that's okay.
But I'm going to be doing a author panel with a couple of other people. But I also have everything, all the dates that I'm going to be at places. I have that all on my website too.
Have you gone to any, I don't know if I have sent you there,
Yeah.
fairs and festivals yet? Anything like that? I don't know.
Not yet.
I don't know. You're more of a hands-on people-to-people, not this huge fair. Maybe. I mean, everybody goes. The Rhode Island Authors Expo in December, I was overwhelmed. I went there and it was like, I can't possibly meet 200 authors in one day. Can't do
You
it.
did tell me about that one.
Yeah.
But I contacted them too late and they didn't have any more openings.
Yeah,
Well,
I talked to
maybe
one of the
next year.
authors there and she said she was overwhelmed. I'm like, oh, she's overwhelmed, and I'm walking in as a customer. I feel bad because I hate to walk by someone's table and not acknowledge them. I get this guilt
Right,
thing
right.
going on. I think, well, okay, Aunt Jan, you can't meet everybody. Just kind of go along as you can. But with what you're doing, do you
Yeah.
Charlie, do you have a great big, like a lot of authors will have on an easel, a big sign of what you do to get people's attention when your places?
I am working on that.
Good.
I want to get one.
Great.
Definitely.
Because that's what kids, if I'm at a festival or if you're giving something like a Tatnook or whatever,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
see that, it helps your advertising for yourself, advocating.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because not every place is going to advocate a long place for you to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, will this be your first panel with the other artists, authors?
No, I've done one in Shrewsbury.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty. They've got a writers group there, I think.
Yeah.
Their library. Do you go to any of the writers groups around?
Sometimes I go to the one that Lisa Shea
Lisa Shea, yeah, she's a good
puts
friend of
on.
ours.
Yeah.
She's written about what, maybe Lisa, about 400 books right now. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
400 plus. I don't know how she does it.
Well, one time she was on here, and I just happened to give her an idea. She wrote it in one night.
Yeah, she's
Does she
like
sleep?
the
I don't know.
best writer I've ever seen.
We're talking with Charlie
Yeah.
Smith, and he is an inspirational author. A lot of things on recovery, handling PTSD. People who are feeling this way, some of them just don't want to come forward, and yet the help is right there.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of guys, like, what's the word, not sponsor, but you help mentor? Do you help mentor them? Women and men?
I have in the past.
Yeah,
I don't have anybody right now except for my clients with Seven Hills.
yeah. So you go to
Yeah.
Seven Hills too?
Well, I that's my part-time job right now.
What do you do?
I work with people with autism and different types of mental health illnesses.
Autism,
and-
if you catch it early, like my little grandson.
Yeah.
I saw it, he was about 18 months old. And
Mhm.
I remember I told my son and the mother of the children, I said, when I'm calling out his name, he's not responding to me. I knew that's one of the signs. He wasn't stupid, he just wasn't, and he wasn't deaf. Son of a gun, I was right, and they got help for him. Now he's in a regular first grade.
That's
Thank
awesome.
God. Yeah, I
that's
was
good.
very good. There's nobody in the Lewis family who isn't and just look right at you. And I thought, no, something's really wrong here. I'm glad I did speak up. Some grandparents might be too shy to. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that kid any
Yeah.
favors if I don't say anything. So you have a 7-year-old son who is interested in coming to your presentation in Millbury.
Well, yeah, and he loves going to my book signings, and I have a video that I'm going to be putting out as soon as I get it, and it's just hilarious. I'm trying to talk to Lisa Shea in the video,
Yeah.
and he's right there, and he's just like,
Did he come with you to the writers group? He went?
huh?
He went with you to the writers group?
He went with me to one of the book signings at the Millbury Barnes and Noble,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
it's just the video. I just was like, I couldn't even talk.
You have planted the seed of loving books,
Yeah.
and being inspirational. So, Charlie, before we close, tell me one more time how
Yeah.
they can reach you.
You can reach me on my website, bit.ly, that's bit.ly/lifelong experience. Or you can email me at Charlie Dorenzo, DIRENZO, 1@gmail.com.
Okay, and the next place you're going to appear will be, once again, over at the Millbury Library. I know if you're out of town, out of state, out of the country, but you're on YouTube. But
They could be anywhere.
if you're anywhere near here, Millbury Library is near Worcester, okay?
Yes.
And it's 128 Elm Street. There's a phone number, 508-865-1181. And you're going to be there, what time is this going to be?
1 p.m.
Okay, Thursday,
on-
February 20th.
Yep.
Is that school vacation?
It is school vacation.
Good, 'cause then-
Yes,
okay.
Yeah.
I thought
That's
maybe.
what we planned, so
Yeah.
all the kids can be there, yeah.
So join author Charlie Smith for an anti-bullying presentation, and definitely bring your children,
Yeah.
right? Grandparents, bring your grandkids, and
Mhm.
this is fantastic. How long have you been waiting to do this?
I've been since October. Yeah, I've been dying to get.
And they
As soon
welcome
as I
it.
started it,
Yeah,
it's like writing something that takes on a life of its own.
yeah, yeah.
This program just like.
And they were
took on a life
very,
of its
very
own.
amenable to it over there.
Yeah.
I think I know the
Yeah.
librarian. I can't think of her name. Anyway, I've met with her, and I had a group meet over there. She's
Yeah.
very nice person.
Oh yeah.
Charlie's coming back because he's dropped there's a book, another one that's almost out, and then there's one after that.
I'm going to be writing the first 11 years of my life, up until I became an orphan. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's the book?
I'm writing them both at the same time. I'm writing the memoir book,
Yeah.
and I'm writing the Operation Safety and Motion book. So they'll both be out in probably the next couple months or so.
All right, you've got my email, you've got my phone, you know where we are. And we'll Shanghai him to get him back on. Thanks for being with us again.
You're
All right,
welcome.
we'll see him again.
Oh yeah.
See you next time. Good job. Hey there.